So I came across some statistics the other day that indicated 95% of the population will be dependent on their adult children or the government to take care of them when they reach retirement. So in other words, it's basically saying 95% of you will be a burden on your adult children. And I'm sure most of you are not working as hard as you are, trying to plan, trying to save so that you can end up a burden on your adult child that's now starting to raise their family and trying to find their path in the world. That's not what you're trying to do. But that got me to thinking, well, if 95% of the population is going to end up that way, what is it that they're doing? And I'm reminded by a quote by a famous author by the name of Earl Nightingale, in which he says, the way of the majority is the average. So I got to thinking, what are they doing? And then it was clear. They're all doing the same thing. They're waking up every morning. They're fighting 15 to 20 hours of traffic to get to and from work. They're putting in 40, 60, 80 hours, most of them at a job that they hate. And they're not making enough money or many are making just enough money to pay their bills, but not have much left over to save, invest, or much less anything left over to go out and pursue the things that inspire them most. There's no money left over. And so I got to thinking, well, okay, so if the 95% that's going to be a burden on their children are all doing the same thing, what are the 5% doing? And then that became crystal clear as well. Chances are the 95% called these 5% weird, outrageous, crazy. These are the ones, the 5%, these are the ones that took some risk. They went the opposite way. Remember that quote, the way of the majority is average. So just by default, by going in the opposite direction of the majority, if you go that direction, you're likely to be much happier, much more successful. Your finances are probably going to be better. You're going to live a much happier life because remember, the majority is average and the statistics are proving that the 95% will be a burden on their family or adult children, on their adult children or the government. So what do these 95%, what did the 5% do? Well, these are the ones that probably quit their job and go out there and pursue their dreams. Some of them become painters, artists. Some of them go out there and start a recycling business, start a farm, open up a yoga studio, become a martial arts teacher. And then you often hear these stories where the young guy or the young girl packs everything up in the car and drive off to California or New York to become a singer, a rapper, or whatever it is that they choose to become. And see, look at that. That's the formula. Being outrageous, doing the opposite thing of what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is playing it safe. They've been taught a formula. They've been taught, go to school, get a good job, work, save your money, pay your bills, and just watch and repeat. That's all they do. They do the same thing. That was the formula. But that formula doesn't work because the statistics say, this is from the government. This is government statistics. 95% of you are going to be a burden on your children or a burden to the system. Somebody else is going to have to take care of you. That formula doesn't work. So instead of waiting until you retire, why don't you, let me see, thought I had some. Why don't you go ahead and start living your dream life now, today? Not when you retire, because you won't have the money to do the thing that you want to do when you retire. 95% of you won't, according to statistics. And if you think you're smarter than the statistics, the 95%, the numbers say you ain't. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, you're going to end up in the same boat. So go ahead and do the thing that you want to do now. Do the thing that inspires you now. And just by default, by doing that, you're probably going to be better off when you reach retirement age. So I believe that we can do the things that bring us joy, do the things that inspire us, do the things that make us happy, do the things that have meaning to us, and actually get paid for it. I believe anything can be monetized and turned into a business. It just requires you to sit down, plan it out, figure it out, or just get started. It's amazing what happens once you just get started. So I put together a blueprint, a worksheet that shows you how to get all the things that you want now. Not 20 years from now, not 25 years from now, today. You know what I mean? So let's just get on that path, get on that road, and just start manifesting and creating and designing the ideal life that we have, because the one that you're headed towards now, you don't want it. So let's start making those changes today. So if you're watching this video from YouTube, you'll see a link below the description of this video, and that'll take you to our site, cartesross.com, to get the blueprint. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you like and share this video with your family and friends, because they're in the same boat. They're in the 95%. Also, click the link in the description. Go to the site, cartesross.com. Sign up for the free blueprint cheat sheet, and let's work this thing out together. I'm Cartes. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.